Good morning and bountiful blessings. It's nice to have you with me. If you've been listening to the same news that I have, you're aware of the fact that they're predicting worldwide food shortages and delays in receiving things due to the shipping delays. So I think it's a wise decision for anybody that's looking to be prepared for what's coming to put away some food. Now, whether you do that through canning or dehydrating or freeze drying, if you happen to have a freeze dryer, it's a really good idea. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to preserve some fruit in the dehydrator. I don't have a lot of fruit put away, so I think it's time that I start doing that. And I think dehydrating is a great way to do it because it doesn't require any refrigeration to store it. And they're also predicting outages, power outages, prolonged blackouts. So none of that sounds really good for us. And I think the better prepared we are with food for our families, the smoother things will go. So today what I'm going to do is, I purchased last week on sale, I got some frozen peaches. They're already peeled and sliced. And I got some blueberries. And what I did with the peaches, I've already got a couple trays of them ready to go into the dehydrator. I took them, I put the bag in, or dumped the bag into 4 cups of cold water with a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And that's just, excuse me, that's just to preserve the color so that when they come out of the dehydrator, they're not all dark and nasty looking. And what I'm going to do now is I've got the 2 trays of peaches. I'm going to put my blueberries on the next couple of trays. Put them on where they're nicely separated. Now they're still frozen. Now, according to the directions, peaches take about 10 to 12 hours to dehydrate, and the blueberries can take anywhere from 15 to 20 hours. So I'm going to have to just keep an eye on them and keep checking them. I'm going to put the blueberries on the bottom of my dehydrator just because, of course, it gets the heat, a little bit more heat, and so especially if they're going to take a little longer. So I'm going to start with them on the bottom, and then I'll rotate them as we go through the time that they need to be in there, and just keep checking on them. If you have a dehydrator that has temperature adjustments, you might want to check and see, what fruit you're dehydrating, what temperature it requires, and how long. I have a Mr. Coffee dehydrator, and it does not have any temperature change. It's a very basic, bare bones dehydrator, but I've used it for years, and it's come in super handy. And I'll probably continue to use it until it dies. So I'm going to continue to fill up my trays with blueberries. You'll notice on the trays I've put the little screening, and I like these because then when things do start to dry, especially things that are small like blueberries or anything tiny like that, or herbs, they don't fall through. So it makes it easier for gathering them up after. So I'm going to continue to do this. to put the lid on here, and we're going to let this do its magic, and I'll come back to you when we have it finished. So we're just over 3 hours in on our dehydrating process, and peaches are looking good. Just going to take a look at how our blueberries are looking. Well, they seem to be drying out really good. I can't see it taking 15 to 20 hours for these things to dry out. They look like they're drying out really well already. So we'll just keep watching and check back in another couple hours. We're just over 9.5 hours in on the dehydrating process, and you can see what the peaches are looking like. I just tested a few of them. If you take one and you pull it apart and you look inside and it's not moist, then it's dehydrated enough. So these are done. I've already got a few put in my jar here, and I'm going to just give these other ones just a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to take them out and let them cool for a couple hours before I put them in the jar, and then we'll wait on the blueberries. Hi, well, we're 11.5 hours in, and my peaches are all done. I've got them put in a jar, and I've got an oxygen absorber on the bottom. So we're going to put those away. And I'm just waiting on the blueberries, and they should be done any moment now. So maybe another 5-10 minutes max. And I will put them in a mason jar and put an oxygen absorber in them and put them away. So I really hope that you will put some food away, especially fruit and vegetables and meat. Do what you can to put away for the future, because it's looking like we're going to need it. So have a great night, and thank you again for visiting. Bountiful blessings. Blessings.